Daily Horoscope for Aries, April 26, 2025. Greetings, dynamic Aries. As the first sign of the zodiac, you're stepping into a pivotal day that marks a significant transition point in your cosmic journey. April 26, 2025, brings a unique celestial alignment that particularly influences your natural fiery energy and pioneering spirit. The Sun has recently moved into Taurus, occupying your second house of resources, values, and self-worth. This creates an interesting contrast with your natural Aries impulses. While you typically rush forward with enthusiasm, the Taurian influence is asking you to slow down and consider what truly matters to you. Today specifically highlights questions of stability versus adventure, a theme that will resonate throughout your experiences. Your ruling planet, Mars, forms a significant trine with Jupiter today, creating a powerful backdrop of expansion and opportunity. This cosmic configuration doesn't happen often, and for you, it manifests as a sudden burst of confidence and heightened intuition about which paths to pursue. You may feel an almost magnetic pull towards certain opportunities. This is your cosmic guidance system operating at peak efficiency. The moon's position in Leo today amplifies your creative expression and adds dramatic flair to your communications. This lunar placement forms a harmonious angle to your sun sign, enhancing your natural charisma and leadership qualities. People are noticing you today. Aries, your words carry extra weight, and your presence commands attention without you even trying. In terms of relationships, Venus is currently dancing through Gemini, activating your third house of communication and creating a flutter of social connections. For single Aries, this could bring an intellectually stimulating encounter that begins with brilliant conversation. For those in relationships, this energy supports having important discussions about future goals and shared visions. The key today is to listen as much as you speak something that doesn't always come naturally to your fire sign energy. Career-wise, the Mercury-Saturn sextile forming in the cosmic sky creates conditions for serious, productive thinking. Your mind is exceptionally sharp for detailed work, planning, and organization areas that aren't typically your favorite. Use this rare alignment to structure projects you've been postponing or to have that serious conversation with authority figures. Your words carry additional weight and credibility today. Financially, Uranus continues its long transit through your second house of resources, and today it receives a beneficial aspect from the Sun. This could trigger unexpected financial news or a sudden realization about how to increase your abundance. Keep your eyes open for unconventional opportunities or modern approaches to building security. The combination of Taurian practicality with Uranian innovation creates perfect conditions for financial breakthroughs. Your physical energy is running strong today, with Mars receiving positive aspects. However, be mindful of tension accumulating in your neck and shoulders. The Saturn influence can sometimes manifest as rigidity in the upper body. Incorporating stretching or yoga would be particularly beneficial today, helping you maintain your characteristic Aries vitality without succumbing to stress-related discomfort. On a spiritual level, Neptune's influence brings heightened intuition and connection to something greater than yourself. You may experience moments of profound clarity about your life purpose or unexpected insights into patterns you've been repeating. Pay attention to dreams or sudden inspirations. They contain valuable guidance specifically tailored for your current journey. The day's overall color vibration resonates with deep crimson, a power color that feeds your Aries fire while grounding it with purpose and direction. Wearing or surrounding yourself with this color can amplify your natural strengths and help you navigate the day's energies more effectively. Your lucky number sequence for today follows the pattern 7 to 3 to 9, with these numbers appearing in unexpected ways. Watch for them as confirmation that you're aligned with your highest path. For those Aries born in the first decan, March 21 to 30, today's energies particularly highlight family connections and home matters. You may feel drawn to reconnect with relatives or address unresolved domestic situations. Trust that timing is perfect for healing conversations. Second decan Aries, March 31, April 9. Experience the strongest career influences today, with potential for recognition or advancement. Your natural leadership abilities shine through, especially when you balance assertion with diplomacy, something the current Venus aspect helps with tremendously. Third decan Aries, April 10 to 19, receive special cosmic support for creative projects and romantic connections. The Leo moon particularly enhances your natural magnetism and artistic expression. It's an excellent day to perform, create, or pursue romantic interests. A challenging aspect between Mercury and Pluto suggests watching your words carefully in sensitive conversations. Your characteristic Aries directness could come across more intensely than intended. Before speaking difficult truths, take a moment to consider how your message will be received. This temporary cosmic friction actually serves your growth, teaching the valuable skill of strategic communication. The asteroid Chiron, continuing its journey through your sign, touches sensitive points today related to identity and self-perception. You may briefly encounter old insecurities or wounds related to how you've been perceived. Remember that this process is ultimately healing. Chiron reveals wounds precisely so they can be addressed and transformed. Socially, today brings connections with individuals represented by air sign qualities. Look for people who bring intellectual stimulation, fresh perspectives, and innovative thinking. These connections aren't random. They contain exactly the information or support your journey requires now. In terms of nutrition, your system particularly benefits from foods rich in iron and protein today. Your ruling planet, Mars, governs both your sign and these nutrients. Incorporating foods like spinach, lentils, and lean proteins will help sustain your high energy and support the day's demanding mental activities. For Aries parents, today creates special opportunities to connect with children through active learning and outdoor activities. The playful Leo moon supports bonding through creative expression and physical movement rather than words alone. A special cosmic message comes through for you today. The boundaries you've recently established are working exactly as intended, even if you haven't seen tangible results yet. Trust the process and maintain your course with the characteristic Aries courage that is your birthright. The evening hours bring a slight energy shift as the moon forms aspects with Neptune, creating a dreamier, more reflective mood. This supports winding down with artistic pursuits, meaningful conversations, or spiritual practices that help integrate the day's insights and experiences. As you close this dynamic day, Aries, remember that your pioneering spirit is exactly what the world needs now. Your cosmic assignment during this period involves initiating new patterns and breaking through stagnation not just for yourself, but for everyone your energy touches. Today's unique celestial configuration supports this mission perfectly, empowering your natural gifts while providing the wisdom to use them effectively. Your mantra for today: I balance courage with patience, knowing exactly when to charge forward and when to build foundations. Embracing this day fully, brave Aries, positions you perfectly for the significant opportunities unfolding in your cosmic story throughout the remainder of 2025. Trust your instincts, harness today's powerful alignments, and step confidently into your next chapter. On April 26, 2025, Aries experiences a particularly notable celestial alignment. The Sun at 6 degrees Taurus creates a grounding influence in your second house of resources and values, encouraging you to solidify recent initiatives and consider the long-term value of your current projects. This position supports building upon foundations you established while the Sun was in your sign earlier in the month. With Mercury also in Taurus, just ahead at 10 degrees, your thinking is particularly practical and methodical today, quite different from your usual impulsive approach. This Mercury placement enhances your capacity for financial planning and resource management, though you might find yourself speaking more slowly and deliberately than usual. Venus, positioned at 28 degrees Gemini in your third house of communication, creates a charming effect in your everyday interactions and conversations. This placement suggests pleasant exchanges with siblings, neighbors, or colleagues today. Your ruler Mars deserves special attention today as it sits at 19 degrees Gemini, also in your third house, energizing your communications and creating a busier than usual environment. With both Venus and Mars in Gemini, your words carry extra power and persuasiveness today, excellent for pitches, important conversations, or making requests. Jupiter at 15 degrees Gemini amplifies this communicative energy further, expanding your network and potentially bringing fortunate connections through conversations. Saturn maintains its position at 24 degrees Pisces in your 12th house of the unconscious and hidden matters, requiring some inner work or behind-the-scenes effort that may feel restrictive but ultimately builds important spiritual or psychological foundations. Uranus at 30 degrees Taurus is approaching the end of its journey through your second house, continuing its long-term revolutionary effect on your values and resources. This placement suggests possible unexpected financial developments or sudden insights about what truly matters to you. Neptune at 7 degrees Aries has been in your first house, creating a somewhat unusual period of heightened sensitivity and spiritual awareness in your typically action-oriented sign. Today, this Neptune influence might make your boundaries feel more permeable than usual, requiring conscious effort to stay centered. Pluto has recently re-entered Aquarius at 2 degrees, occupying your 11th house of friends, groups, and long-term aspirations. This transformative planet is gradually reshaping your social connections and collective goals. The moon today is in Leo at 14 degrees, activating your 5th house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. This forms a trine to your natal Aries energy, creating a day where creative pursuits and heartfelt expression come more naturally. A particularly significant aspect today is the square between Mars in Gemini and Neptune in Pisces, which might create some confusion in communications or make it challenging to act decisively on certain matters. The information you receive may seem unclear, requiring verification before taking action. The conjunction of Jupiter and Mars in Gemini amplifies your communicative drive, but could also make you more prone to exaggeration or overcommitment. Be mindful of promises made today, as your enthusiasm might exceed what's practically possible. For Aries specifically, today's planetary positions create an interesting dynamic where your normally direct approach meets a more contemplative cosmic environment. With your ruler Mars in intellectually oriented Gemini rather than a fire sign, your energy expresses itself more through words, ideas, and connections than through physical action. The Taurus planets, Sun, Mercury, and Uranus, activate your resource sector, making this an excellent day to review financial matters or consider how your values align with your actions. The Leo moon supports your natural fire element, providing creative energy and confidence even amid the more thoughtful planetary patterns. The Pisces Saturn in your 12th house might trigger some subtle anxiety or limitations that aren't immediately apparent but work on your subconscious. Pay attention to dreams and subtle intuitive nudges today. Chiron at 21 degrees Aries continues its long journey through your sign, potentially highlighting sensitive areas around identity and self-assertion today, especially as it forms aspects with other planets. This could bring healing opportunities through acknowledging vulnerabilities rather than pushing past them, as Aries sometimes tends to do. The North Node in Aries at 14 degrees suggests that your evolutionary path continues to involve developing your identity and personal initiative, despite some of today's planetary positions calling for more reflection and consideration. Overall, April 26, 2025, presents Aries with a planetary pattern that moderates your typical impulsiveness while enhancing your communicative abilities and resource awareness. The day favors thoughtful action over pure impulse, and success comes through combining your natural leadership with attentive listening and strategic thinking. As April 26, 2025 unfolds, Aries natives will experience a fascinating shift in their communication style and expressiveness. With Mercury transiting through grounded Taurus in your second house of values and resources, your words carry additional weight today. You're less interested in quick-fire conversations and more focused on meaningful exchanges that have practical implications. This is an excellent day to negotiate deals, discuss financial matters, or have important conversations about personal values. Your communication today has a persuasive quality that others find compelling. The Mercury-Saturn trine forming in the background provides structure to your thoughts, making this an ideal time to organize ideas or present them in a methodical way that resonates with others. You might find yourself speaking more slowly and deliberately than usual, ensuring each word serves a purpose. Venus in Gemini forms a stimulating sextile to your ruling planet Mars today, infusing your expression with charm and magnetism. This planetary arrangement helps soften your typically direct approach, allowing you to be assertive without coming across as aggressive. If you've been waiting for the right moment to have a difficult conversation with someone, particularly regarding resources or shared values, today offers supportive cosmic energy. The moon in Scorpio today intensifies your emotional depth, giving your words more impact and helping you connect on profound levels with others. This lunar position in your 8th house encourages authentic sharing, though be mindful not to become overly intense or probing in conversations. Jupiter's waning influence in your communications sector suggests that while you may not experience the expansive verbal flow of recent months, your words carry more precision and practicality. For creative Aries, this is an excellent day to express yourself through writing, especially content related to practical matters or financial wisdom. Your insights carry particular value today. Digital communications are especially favored with Uranus, making a harmonious aspect to your communication ruler, potentially bringing unexpected but valuable connections through technology or social media. If you work in fields requiring presentation or public speaking, your delivery will have an unusually grounded quality that resonates well with audiences seeking substance. For those Aries involved in teaching or knowledge sharing, your ability to communicate complex concepts in accessible ways is heightened today. Any communication blocks you've been experiencing may suddenly dissolve as Neptune's fog lifts momentarily, bringing clarity to previously confused situations. Trust your instincts when expressing your thoughts. Your intuitive intelligence is particularly sharp today. Close relationships benefit from your more measured communication approach, as partners and friends appreciate your thoughtful responses rather than reactive comments. If you've been struggling with miscommunications in business dealings, today offers a window to clear up misconceptions and establish firmer understanding. As April 26, 2025 unfolds, Aries natives find themselves at a fascinating financial crossroads. With the sun firmly established in Taurus, your second house of income and personal resources is illuminated, bringing money matters sharply into focus. This planetary alignment encourages you to take a more grounded, practical approach to your finances, something that doesn't always come naturally to your fire-driven personality. The energy today supports careful planning rather than impulsive financial decisions. Venus, currently transiting through Gemini, creates a dual opportunity pathway in your financial sector. You might find yourself contemplating two distinct revenue streams or investment possibilities. This Venus position especially favors financial opportunities through communication, writing, short business trips, or negotiations with siblings or neighbors. Mercury, positioned favorably in relation to your sign today, sharpens your financial acumen and enhances your ability to articulate your worth in professional settings. If you've been considering asking for a raise or renegotiating contract terms, the cosmic energies support these conversations today. Mars, your ruling planet, creates a dynamic aspect with Jupiter, expanding your financial vision and potentially opening doors to entrepreneurial ventures. This aspect generates confidence and optimism around money matters, but beware of overestimating returns or taking unnecessary risks. The risk-reward ratio needs careful evaluation under this influence. A noteworthy Moon-Saturn connection today brings a sobering influence to your financial landscape. You might feel the weight of financial responsibilities more acutely, particularly regarding long-term security and retirement planning. Use this energy to strengthen financial foundations rather than seeing it as restrictive. For Aries entrepreneurs, today marks a potential turning point for business expansion. The numerological significance of today's date resonates with growth after careful consideration, perfect for launching calculated financial initiatives. Financial opportunities may arise through unconventional channels today. With Uranus in a long-term transit through your money sector, expect the unexpected when it comes to income sources. A sudden offer, an innovative side hustle opportunity, or an out-of-the-box investment could appear. The asteroid Pallas, Athena, forms a significant aspect today, enhancing your strategic thinking around resources. This influence particularly supports developing long-term financial plans that utilize your unique skills and intellectual property. Consider how you might monetize your specialized knowledge. Chiron's continued presence in your sign suggests healing opportunities around self-worth issues that may have been limiting your earning potential. Today brings awareness about how past wounds might be affecting your relationship with money and ability to receive abundance. For Aries working in collaborative financial ventures, today's aspects support renegotiating your role or share. Partners may be more receptive to hearing your needs and recognizing your value contribution. Neptune's influence today brings both inspiration and caution to financial matters. While creative financial solutions and intuitive investment insights may emerge, verify all information thoroughly before committing resources. The risk of financial illusion or deception runs higher under Neptune's fog. The North Node's position suggests that financial growth comes through embracing unfamiliar territory and stepping outside your comfort zone. Consider financial opportunities that challenge you to develop new skills rather than relying solely on established income channels. For those Aries involved in international business or foreign investments, today's planetary alignments offer particular support. Cross-cultural financial ventures receive favorable cosmic winds, especially those involving education, publishing, or legal matters. Pluto's transformative energy touches your career sector, suggesting that financial opportunities today connect deeply to professional evolution. The most profitable pathways forward involve embracing change rather than clinging to outdated income models. Consider what needs to die in your financial life to make room for greater abundance. Today's aspects support financial collaborations, particularly with individuals who complement your strengths. Look for partners who bring the patience and practicality that might balance your entrepreneurial fire. Joint ventures started under today's skies have staying power if properly structured. The day's overall financial signature suggests moderate, steady growth rather than dramatic windfalls. Focus on building sustainable wealth through consistent action rather than seeking get-rich-quick schemes. Your financial discipline today plants seeds for future prosperity. For job-seeking Aries, today's planetary positions highlight opportunities in fields related to communication, technology, and healthcare. Your natural leadership qualities are particularly valued in these sectors, potentially commanding higher compensation packages. Regarding cryptocurrency or speculative investments, today's aspects urge measured participation. While some calculated risk is supported, the planetary message emphasizes the importance of not overextending or investing funds needed for essential expenses. A Venus-Jupiter aspect later in the day opens doors for financial negotiations and favorable agreements. Your charisma is heightened, making this an excellent time to discuss terms, propose business ideas, or pitch to potential clients or investors. Abundance flows more freely when you operate from authentic enthusiasm rather than desperate need. April 26, 2025, presents several fortunate areas for Aries that deserve your focused attention. With Neptune having recently moved into your sign, you're experiencing a spiritual renaissance that colors your perception in subtle, yet profound ways. This particular Saturday offers a unique window where your intuitive abilities are heightened to an extraordinary degree. Trust those gut feelings, especially regarding creative endeavors or humanitarian pursuits that speak to your soul's purpose. The universe is conspiring to place you in synchronistic situations where your natural leadership abilities shine without effort. The sun in Taurus illuminates your second house of personal resources, creating a golden opportunity to recognize untapped talents or belongings that hold more value than you've previously acknowledged. Look around your home. Something you've overlooked might suddenly reveal its worth. With Mercury forming a harmonious trine to Pluto, your communication carries transformative power today. Words you speak casually might profoundly impact someone in your circle, potentially opening doors to collaborative ventures that benefit everyone involved. Jupiter's position amplifies your natural charisma, making this an exceptionally favorable day for social connections that later yield professional advantages.